going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another review. And it's this time, what if episode 3, what if the world lost its Avengers team the way we know it? Yep, no more. So as always, just remember spoilers. So basically, this episode was a great episode. I just don't think it was as good as the second one. I do think the second one was just that much entertainment in it. It just went beyond what the first episode was capable to do. I think in the third episode, it was a very tall order to actually go against something what they were able to do in the second one. Still, it is a good episode, even a great episode. It has a good murder mystery. Basically, the idea is that all these characters are dying and they try to find out who's doing it, who's behind everything. So in that aspect, it acts like a murder mystery, which usually you don't see in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. None of the movies really follow that thing, something like a murder mystery movie like a Seven or anything, any of those kind of movies. We've never seen anything like that in the MCU. So in that case, this was a very fresh take on the thing. You actually do see scenes. Some of the scenes are kind of recreated from the movies. The Incredible Hulk scene, where the kind of like the army kind of comes in and he goes all insane. That scene is actually recreated. There's a donut scene where in Iron Man 2 where Tony Stark, Iron Man, is kind of like sitting there and Nick Fury comes to meet him. It's recreated, but now all those scenes are basically followed by them dying. Thor dying. Again, when he's about to pick up the hammer, he's actually shot through his chest. I was not actually expecting to see some of the deaths the way these characters die, especially the Hulk. I mean, his death, I was like, whoa. Like, usually Marvel doesn't do something like that, and he basically explodes. Like, his body actually explodes. He just keeps getting on big and big and big, and it explodes. So I was not expecting to see that. So there are some really harsh deaths, and you actually do feel it. You feel it, even though it's an animation. Somehow you do feel that sense of like sadness. It creeps in because these characters, the actual timeline that we're in, and what actually happened. It kind of creeps into you. So seeing the Hulk dead and the Black Widow dead, that was sad because Black Widow, man, that scene, she was getting thrown left and right, and you're like, what is going on? So at that point, I was like, is there some invisible character in the MCU that we don't know? Because they actually show somebody beating her, but that person is not there, and you keep guessing and you keep guessing, and the way the reveal happens is actually really interesting. And by the end, you actually realize it's Hank Pym. Oh yeah, it's actually Hank Pym, Father of Hope. So that story is completely different. Basically, in this version, Hope is actually an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. and she ends up dying, and he's really pissed about it, and he's basically taking revenge so that nothing happens to all these other characters. But in a way, the evilness shows us, because even though he's stopping from somebody else to suffer from what happened to his own daughter, he actually ends up killing. So it's his motive behind it is like whacked, and he's totally whacked. You can actually see him like all wrinkled up, and he's just, there's like things coming out of his body. He's not well. You can tell he's not in this in the right state of mind. Also, Loki is in a way actually a good character in this one, because after Thor's death, he brings in his army and he's like, I'm gonna destroy this place. You killed my brother. And I'm like, okay, you're not gonna do any like weird things or so, nothing. But no, he basically helps Nick Fury actually capture Hank Pym, and also decides that he's gonna rule Earth all of a sudden. Yep, he basically brings everybody together, but like, no more fighting. It's all gonna be peace, and I'm gonna rule Earth. And I was like, okay, that that's weird to see this character this way. But again, it's also not weird because we've seen Loki, the show, and the Loki from Infinity War and Endgame, and we know the character he can become. But the way it ends, it kind of is on a good side, but you can also feel like there's something really wrong with this character because Nick Fury is still out there trying to assemble a Avengers team, and that's where they show Captain America as he actually goes there to get him out the ice, and he calls in Captain Marvel earlier than in the movie. So all of that, it was really interesting. The one issue that really plagued this episode and that really affected its overall impact are the jokes. So the jokes really, really, I think, were too much. At some points, I understand the way they did it, but at other times, I just think they went too far. I'm going to give you an example. Thor comes in to get his hammer, just like in the movie Thor, the first Thor. And Carlson is like, man, he got some great hair. And everybody, it's the running joke throughout the episode. And everybody's like, yeah, he got some great hair. He got a great smell to him. And I was like, okay, all right, that's fine. But then there's a point where he's on the table, he's dead, and Carlson is still like smelling him. I'm like, these moments need to be emotional. And there are a few of those moments where even in like middle of the action towards the end when Hank Pym and Nick Fury are in a fight, there kind of jokes settle in there and it takes away from the dramatic moment and what you're trying to experience. One, you're trying to experience sadness and anger towards Hank Pym. The other, you're trying to feel, the sadness towards Thor's death. But it's just this joke comes in and you're like, okay, like funny, but I don't think it was needed. And it's because of that, and it's kind of laid out through the episode, these small jokes here and there, and I just don't think the timing was right. And Marvel is known to do that. There are some movies where they kind of go beyond what is normally done, like Infinity War Endgame, the jokes were perfectly balanced. They were there, obviously there are some other movies that were very balanced too. I would say Captain America, the first Avenger, the Winter Soldier, Civil War. They were balanced. They were there, but they didn't take anything away from the action or the dramatic moments. Here, though, I just do think they went a bit overboard. So, all in all, I give this one an 8 out of 10. It is an amazing episode. There is a part of me that wishes that we just saw a different Avengers team and actually see them at play, where the episode is like, what if the Avengers died? So the first half of the episode, the first 15 minutes, the story just moves at a quicker pace and you just know that Hank Pym is the guy, and then you actually see these new team actually taking control. But again, that might actually happen in the movie, so I understand they probably why didn't do it that way and made it into the murder mystery episode that it is, something that we've never seen before in the MCU, not actually like in this form. But again, a part of me does wish that we actually saw like an actual other team, at play. But it might still happen. There are a few episodes left, so it might still happen. But yeah, that's my take on it. What did you think? Did you like the episode? Did you like the second more? Did you like this one more? Leave a comment below. Let me know. And yeah, other than that, I want to say thank you for watching. Thanks for all the support. If you like this review or these kind of reviews, there are a whole lot others on the channel. Please go have a watch. Yeah, take it easy. Take care. And I will catch you all soon. Until then, ta-ta. Ake out.